Fine. So now let's suppose you have two vectors A and B. So what is A cross B? So generally you will have a way of evaluating A cross B. You say that suppose the components of A is A1, A2, A3 and B is B1, B2, B3, or I mean your AX, AY, AZ, that is what I am saying. A1, A2, A3 and B1, B2, B3 are the components of A and B. So you will generally, I mean, you have a method of writing that IJK, and then you say that A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. Okay. So you say that your A cross B whose x component or the first component, that is equal to you say that A2 B3 minus A3 B2, or A cross B whose y component or the second component, that is equal to minus A1 B3 minus A3 B1, or A cross B whose z component or the third component, that is going to be equal to A1 B2 minus A2 B1. All right. Now my claim is the following. I am saying that when 1, 2, 3. My claim is that I can write my A cross B whose ith component. I mean, now what I am going to do is I am going to rewrite my the cross product of two vectors in terms of the Lebesgue vector. So and we will see whether we will get exactly the same result. So it's you can write that as epsilon I j k a j b. Okay. So as I said, with Einstein summation convention, you know that when I is a free index, and j and k both are dummy indices, so they must be summed over with all the values. Here I, j, k all runs from 1 to 3. Okay. So if you want A cross B whose first component, so then what will be that your I is fixed, I is 1, epsilon 1, then you have jk, ijk, aj, bk, aj, bk, and okay. So now if you look at it, I mean you can see that now you need to sum, because j and k are dummy indices, you need to sum over all the possibilities of j and k, that means there are 1, 2, 3 all those possible. But before I do, you just carefully look at it. The epsilons will be non-zero only if and only if all the indices are different. So already if I is fixed, so first index is fixed 1. So j and k if must be equal to either 2 or 3. Okay. So if j is 2, then k must be equal to 3, or if j is 3, then k must be equal to 2. So what these are the only non-zero possibilities for epsilon 1 jk. So this is equal to epsilon 1, 2, 3. If I take two values 2 for j and 3 for k, so A23, A2, B3 plus the next option is j can be 3 and k can be 2. So that will be epsilon 132, 132, 132 A3 B2. But you know that epsilon 1, 2, 3 is 1, so it will be A2 B3, and then epsilon 1, 3, 2. Epsilon 1, 2, 3 is minus 1, right? So you will have a minus sign here, minus A3 B2. See, you look at it, it will be exactly the same. And similarly, you can look at the y component. So if you want to look at the y component, so okay, so you have to the second component, right? So across, so that will be 2jk ajbk, and in that case you will get epsilon 2. If it is 2, then j and k must be equal to 1 and 3, right? So if the first case is 2, 1, 3, and then you will have a1 b3 plus epsilon 2, 3, 1 a3 b1. Okay, epsilon 2, 1, 3. epsilon 2 1 3 is minus 1. So, minus A1 B3 and 2 3 1, 2 3 1 is plus 1. So, plus A3 B1. So, you look at it, it will be minus A1 B3 plus A3 B1. Okay. Similarly, you can see that the third component will be A1 B2 minus A2 B1. So, now you can write A cross B whose ith component is going to be equal to epsilon ijk aj bk. Okay. So, it is a very important point. So, now we will look at so first I will define epsilon I j k which epsilon p q r, which is the determinant delta I p delta I q delta I r delta j p delta j q delta j r delta k p delta k q delta k r. So, this product I have written in terms of the Kronecker deltas. Okay. So, now so what is that? So, I can write this is equal to delta IP into delta JQ delta KR minus delta KQ delta JR minus delta IQ into delta JP delta KR minus delta KP delta JR plus delta IR into delta JP delta KQ minus delta KP delta JQ. Okay. And now this is the epsilon ijk delta PQR is this result. And now suppose that I make these epsilon, if I want to evaluate ijk epsilon PQK, that means I put R is equal to K, that means the K index become a dummy index, then that must be summed over, that must sum over. Okay. So, that is equal to, then what I need to keep is that R equal to K. Okay. So, delta IP, so I will just rub this off. So, delta IP into delta JQ delta, I have to keep R is equal to K. So, KK minus delta KQ delta JK, R is equal to, so minus delta IQ into delta JP delta KK, because R is equal to K, minus delta KP delta JK plus delta IK into delta JP delta KQ minus delta KP delta JQ. All right. And now I need to simplify this. To simplify that, I know delta KK, already I told you this K is a dummy index, that is 3, right. So, I can write this is equal to, this object is equal to delta IP into 3 delta JQ and now we have delta kq into delta jk. I have already told you delta kq into delta jk, this is equal to delta qj. I have already shown you when I was talking about the Kronecker delta, this is the case. Okay. So you will get delta qj there. So q okay, so that's equal to minus delta qj, and delta qj and delta jq are same. So I'll just write jq. Okay. Minus, you have a delta iq here, and then into, again delta kk is 3, so 3 into delta jp, 3 minus, and delta kp delta jq is delta jp, delta jp plus, and now you have delta ik into this thing. So delta it will be delta jp into ik into kq, delta ik into delta kq, where the k is a dummy index. So you will get iq, delta iq minus delta ik into delta kp, that is going to be delta ip and delta jq. Okay. So this will be actually you will have so you have there is a 3 jq minus, okay, so you will have 2 into delta ip delta jq, okay, and here minus 2 into delta iq delta jp, and then you have plus delta jp delta iq minus delta ip delta jq. Okay. So this is equal to, so here you have a delta ip delta jq. So 2 minus 1, that will be delta ip delta jq. So 1 from here and 1, this will be one of this 2 delta ip minus 2 delta ip into delta jq minus delta ip into jq, that will become just delta ip into delta jq minus, here you have a 2 delta iq jp. So you have same thing. So you will have delta iq delta jp. So this is the result. Okay. So I'll write this here. You will have, this is equal to delta ip delta jq minus delta iq delta jp. It's a very important result, and it will be extremely useful for you as we go along. Okay. All right. So and how you get it? So what you need to do is you write delta. The first index is I, and the first index over here is p, and the second index here is j. So delta j, and the second index here is q, and then you exchange these. So delta I q and delta j p, and that's it. So you write a delta, and the first index is this I, and the second index is p, and then in the second delta you will have for the first index is j and the second index is q, and then you exchange those indices. Okay. I and j, you just interchange these two indices. So you will get delta ip delta jq minus delta iq delta jq, and that is the result. And now let's ask the question, what is epsilon I j k epsilon p j k? That means previously there is only one dummy index. Now I will make j and q, that also a dummy index. I will just take q equal to j, okay. And if that is the case, what you can do is, what you need to do is, already we know that when k, when these the last indices are same, then you will have this is the result. And now in this result, if you keep q equal to j, what is q equal to j? Here you have to keep q equal to j, that means delta ip into delta jj minus delta iq into delta qp, okay. So delta iq into delta qp is going to be delta ip, and this is delta jj is 3, so 3 delta ip, okay. So that is going to be 2 delta ip, or you can say that this thing, this is equal to 2 delta ip. This is another result. And now we will ask the final thing. All the indices are dummy, so I j k epsilon I j k. So what I need to do is, I need to keep j equal to p, I equal to p, or p equal to I, whatever. So you will get 2 into delta I. So that is equal to 6, okay. So this is another result. Because you are working in 3 dimensions, you get 6, okay. So these results are very important, okay. Now let's stop here. So now with this, let's try to evaluate A cross B cross C, A cross B cross C, and so okay. So what I know is, so let's take B cross C is some D. So let's take B cross C is some D. Then you can write A cross B cross C as A cross D, right? And so now we know that A cross B cross C is a vector, right? If A and B, A, B, C are vectors, then A cross B cross C is a vector. And I am just talking about the ith component of the vector. So A cross B cross C, whose ith component must be equal to the ith component of A cross D, A cross D. And I know from in terms of the Levesey vector, I can write this is equal to epsilon I j k A j d k, A j d k, all right. But I know D is actually, D is B cross C, right? It's B cross C. So what is the kth component of B cross C? That will be epsilon k some pq bp cq. That will be the, so now I'll just substitute it here. So what I get is epsilon I j k aj, and then you will have epsilon kpq bp cq, all right. So that I can write here as epsilon ijk. So I'll just what I have is A cross B cross C whose ith component, that. So epsilon ijk, epsilon kpq, and then you have aj bp cq, okay. But already we have seen, so this one I can write this as epsilon ijk, by permutation I can ijk epsilon pqk and aj vp cq, okay. By you just use my permutation, you can see that epsilon ijk, and that is equal to epsilon k, kpq, that is equal to pqk, okay. So you can easily show that this is equal to that. And now you already know what is epsilon ijk, epsilon pqk. It's delta ip delta jq minus delta iq delta Jp into Aj Bp Cq. Okay. So, this is equal to, and okay, so you will have a delta Ip here. So, you will have the first term will be delta Ip into Aj Bp Cq, okay, into the delta Ip into delta Jq, and you can see that if I multiply delta Ip into Bp, delta Ip into Bp, so this will be non-zero. This delta Ip will be non-zero only if I equal to P, right, or P equal to I. So, I can say that this is Bi. In all other cases, when I not equal to P, this will be I not equal to P, delta Ip will be 0. So, this stuff will be 0. The only case, but P is a dummy index that has to be summed over. So, okay, so you can see that only contribution which is coming from P equal to I, that will be equal to Bi. Okay. So, what you get here, the first term will be, so delta Ip into Bp, which will be Bi. Similarly, delta Jq into Cq, that will be Cj. So, what you get is Aj Bi, Cj minus here delta Iq into Cq, that will be Ci. So, delta Jp into Bp, that will be Bj. So, Aj Bj Ci. Okay. But you know that Aj into Cj, that is will be Aj Cj, that is equal to A dot C. So, you will have Bi A dot C into Bi minus Aj Bj is A dot B into Ci. Okay. So, look at this is A cross B cross C whose ith component, A cross B whose ith component is A dot C into Bi minus A dot B into Ci. So, you can write A cross B cross C, A cross B cross C, which is equal to A dot C into B minus A dot B into C. So, this is the result. So, using this index notation and summation convention, we are able to derive this result, A cross B cross C, which is nothing but A dot C into B minus A dot B into A dot C into B minus A dot B into C. Okay. So, and in the next class, what we are going to do is we are going to derive. So, I mean, I can do one more thing. I can. Okay. So, I think I will stop here.